What's up, young entrepreneurs? It is officially the first day of 2021. Happy New Year to all of you. And today's episode is going to be super cool because today I'm talking about goals and this new year that we get to conquer for 2021. And I'll see you in the episode. So the big question is this. If you were starting your first online business with no audience, no customers, no group, no following, completely from scratch, how would you actually do that? What steps would you need to take? I want to share with you my young entrepreneur journey as I get to launch my first ever online business for the first time. So that's the question. This podcast is the answer. My name is Kane Pointing and welcome to the Young Entrepreneurs Secrets Podcast. Let's have some fun. What's up, young entrepreneurs? Woo! So officially today, it is now officially 2021, okay, and this year will be the greatest year yet, okay, for you, for me, for everyone in the world. Today is the day we start the new year, and this year will be the greatest year ever that we will ever have. I think it's going to be so cool. It's going to be amazing for everyone. It's going to be amazing. I'm just so excited. So today's episode is a Happy New Year episode, but also that sort of time of year, this sort of time of year, the first day is when I sort of start my goals. And today I want to sort of share with you guys because normally I don't ever do my goals or anything like that. I never used to write down goals for the whole year and like, oh, what's your New Year's resolution, revolution or whatever it is. What's your New Year goal? And I was like, I don't know, I'll figure that out later, okay? That's what I used to be like. I only really started doing goals, like majorly actually writing them down 6 months ago. And today's them days, really, it's like a lot of the goals I had 6 months ago, they're still my goals now. But today I was like, okay, this is a new year. What is there any extra goals I want, or can I put a date on my goals that I want to sort of do them? And that sort of stuff. So I sort of sat, it wasn't the whole day I did spend on this. It's more, I tried to chill out today, as it's sort of the first day. But the whole year, when I look at it, it's like, what can I achieve in this year? Okay, what can I achieve? What could I, what do you reckon I could do? Any things I really want to do that I could try and get to? What things do I want out of this year? Not just physical stuff, stuff for myself, stuff for family, stuff for you guys. What sort of stuff do I want? What do I want to get out of this new year? And I did write down a few different goals, and I want to share them with you guys because how I sort of do this is it's quite important because I've never actually done it at this first day of the year, and actually writing it down. So I know there's a lot of gurus out there going, oh, this is how you should do it, and like I said, I'm not the guru, but this is like something that I do. So I want to this is how I've learned it, and this is like I want to sort of share with you guys is. Obviously, 6 months ago, I do a lot of journaling, and I sort of write down, what I do every day and what my goal is for each day. And like when I say my goal, is like my overall thing. Where am I trying to strive through each day? What, each day when I'm working hard, I'm doing stuff, I'm putting myself out there, and there even might be difficult parts in a day. What am I working towards? And I always write down that goal. And what like to seize my day? What's the 3 things I want to seize my day? What are the 3 massive tasks I want to just knock out? Go, yes, I've done them to move forward to get closer to my goal. And it's all about creating our business, our online business, and for this podcast, it's all about, creating my first online business to 6 figures and beyond. And that is my goal. I want to create a business, an online business, fully automated or heavily automated, that goes from 0 to, 6 figures. Okay. And that can be, minimum £100,000, or $100,000 all the way up to 999,999. So it literally goes all the way up there. So I'm in that sort of bracket, and that's my goal. That's been my goal for the last sort of 6 months, and that's what I'm being striving towards. And when it comes to the start of the year, people go, oh, what's that was your goals last year, and what's your goals this year? I'm like, man, not really. Like, I'm still doing the goals. Like, that's what I planned out. I thought I would have myself 12 months. So to me, it's like, what do I want out of this year? So I do still want to create a 6-figure online business. Okay, that is literally heavily automated, where I don't have to do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of systems in there, and it just churns in money when it can. It's very simple and easy to manage and actually own and be a part of. But at the same time, when I want to create this business, I want to attract the people that I want to work with. Okay, people who are like really enjoyable, really happy, but also will spend money. Okay, I don't want to attract people that just are super happy and then they don't have any money. Otherwise, I won't get what I want. Which is I want to create this business that's going to give me money. It's going to produce the lifestyle that I want to have. So when I write down this goal, I'm like, I want to be specific as much as possible. So I'm like, I want to create this business, okay? I want to create this business, blah, 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 that creates 6 figures and beyond, because I'm up for that. I'm up for 6 figures, even more, 7 figures, whatever this year turns out to be. But I want it to be to be automated, okay? Heavily automated, where it doesn't involve me or like big teams that I have to get in and pay. And I want to take a big chunk of profit. But I also want to work with really, really cool people, really happy people that I love to work with. And that actually helps and it gives them value and it changes their life forever. But I also want to make sure that the people I work with can actually pay me for the service that I want to give. So that's the sort of thing that I want to do, is I want to create this business, that actually does that with the people that we want to serve, that we can actually do that. But when it comes to that goal as well, it's like, oh, when do I want this? And it's like, I started this journey 6 months ago. And this month in January, we are officially launching our first summit. And this is literally when we turn on our business. For the last 6 months, we've been working so hard to get everything ready, podcasting. We've literally built the people we want to work with. We're getting the speakers in there. We're building our funnels. And this month, next week, we are turning that on. We're turning it on. And this is when the money will come in. We get to serve people at the highest level. We get to change people's lives forever. We get to build our tribe. We get to get our customers. We get to build our list. Okay, people get to pay us for the service that we're giving them. It's going to be so cool. And when it comes to this, I'm like, okay, well, in this business, like I want to get to 6 figures. What's my goal? And I'm saying like I'm up for like by the end of the year. Okay, like for me, I'm up for the end of the year, December 2021. By that time, I would like to hit that goal or even have beyond. So that's me giving myself a lot of time on that one. But that's because when it comes to that sort of thing of, when I want the goal, that's to me, that's what I want. And that was about my business. And then it was like, I looked, there's a load of other goals I've had as well. And it was about holidays, okay, like for like family time and like relationship with me and Lucy, like having that time as a family, or the flexibility to go places and enjoy life. Because as entrepreneurs, we do this, we do all the hard work, we build the businesses, we build all these things, we put ourselves out there, we work twice as hard than everybody else, we put twice as more hours than everybody else, and it's like, what's it for? It's like, because we want to have that freedom, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that's what we're striving for, okay? We want to have that freedom, that lifestyle. And for me is I wanted to have 4 holidays this year, 4 separate holidays. One was for Easter. These are my goals. Okay, one for Easter. I need to put a duration on there. That will be helpful. One for Easter, one for summer, one for my birthday, sort of birthday period in September, and then one for Christmas and New Year period. So 4 different things. And me and Lucy we can't wait, because I've been to quite a few Disney worlds and different lands. So we've been to Paris like twice last year, I think. Oh no, it wasn't last year. The year before, 2019, because it's now 2021. And pretty much it's like we want to go to Disney World. I then want to go to Disneyland again. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go either Canada or Italy to go skiing. But I want to have like a hot holiday, a cold holiday, like a fun holiday. So it's like I'm up for those sort of things. But it doesn't have to be just them. It's like I'm up for those sort of bits and bobs. And it's like, for my podcast, like, how many episodes do I want out of this year? So I calculate how many times I'd want to publish this year, excluding the weekends, because I don't like publishing on weekends. I like to do it during the week, because that's like when I was listening to podcasts, that's how I prefer it. And I was like, okay, this is how many podcasts that I could do if I was maximizing it, but how many would I would be up for doing, 200 episodes. So it's like going from last year where I'd done, I think 26 episodes or 27, to 2021 this year to like 200 episodes. And I'm like trying to give that, that's my target. That's my goal this year to sort of go there and try that out. So I'm trying to do that one. So when it comes to you guys, it's like, what is your goal? Okay, because I can talk about myself as much. These are my goals, guys. This is all my goals. But what about you guys? It's like, what is your goal? And like some people go, you have to think of a really, really outrageous goal, and then you might get there. But it's like, to me, it's like, look, one of my goals as well is we've got Summit, and it's like that is a massive achievement. That's not just 2021 goal. This is like a big, massive life step. Okay, because we are literally turning this is a next business that I am co-creating with my mum and dad. And this business that we are going into, that we're going to create, is we get to turn it on this month. And it's the first time we've ever done it. We've never done it before. And it's just having that fun. And that goal it's a life goal, but it's also a goal for me for this year, is to, actually switch it on and have a summit, a virtual summit, to go live and produce money and actually serve people in the same thing. So it's like, for you guys, like, what's your goal? Like, different people, a lot of people at different stages. And sorry guys, I've got to have a bit of coffee. And some of you might be, you might have a job. Okay, this is really, really a normal example. You might have a job and you've always wanted to start your own business. Start your own firm, own business, or something like that. And you're like, oh, I'm not too sure how to do it. Okay, don't worry, I've been there. Okay, don't worry. And you're like, I'm not too sure how to start, even where to even think about. What do I do? What's my year like? This year, like, what do I want to do with that? I want to start my own business, but I don't know how. It's like, okay, so when you look at about this year, you want to start your own business. So why don't you put a goal down of, like, you want to start to actually sort of map out your business, think about what you'd want to serve. Because that's quite difficult. It took us 6 months to actually get to this point where we're going to be switching on the fuel. The fuel, the fire's there. It just needs a bit more fuel, and it's going boom, it's going to go up. And that's what we're doing. Is we've got a little candle there. We've got to add a load of like gasoline, okay, or like unleaded petrol. Just chuck it on there. It's like it's going to go up. And for you guys, it might be to leave a job. Okay, it could be that you have a job and you want to do something part-time, where you get into like online marketing. You don't know, you could get into something, or you could get into an online sort of aspect. Okay, so but you might do part job, part online. Your thing might be to change from job to all the way to entrepreneur, where you completely leave it. It could be that you want to, one of your goals this year is to get to know people, actually network. Okay, when I say network, it's more like surround yourself and actually with other entrepreneurs. Okay, like that's what I done. Like last year, I was like, I want to get to know other entrepreneurs, and I was going to go to an event, and then it actually got cancelled, and then I ended up going somewhere else. So for you guys, it could be, it could be that sort of stuff. It could be leave a job. It could be start your own thing. Or it could be learn how to start your own thing. Okay, that might be one of your goals. It doesn't have to be just one. You can have many, many things. It could be a new vehicle. It could be a house. Okay, it could be start your own family. Or it could be the family you have at the moment to uplift to the next level. Okay, where like you can serve your family. Like you might be in a difficult time with like the coronavirus sort of thing. For you guys, maybe like, I want to get out of this situation. I want to make my life better, and that might be one of your goals. So it's all about you guys of like, do you want to be a YouTuber? Do you want to be a podcast? Do you want to be a blogger? Do you want to be a vlogger? Vlogger with a V, okay, it's when you got the video yourself. Or do you want to be like a Facebook, a Facebook Live person? Okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to get into marketing? Do you want to get into, do you want to serve people that on a one-to-one basis or physically in front of them? Because obviously with this COVID sort of thing, it is hard. Like we haven't been able to do that. Do you want to switch from that, the one-to-one? You could be in a gym, you could be trying to give your services on a one-to-one, but then going one-to-one, you could go one-to-many. Okay, you could go one to someone sat in their home, like Zoom level, or you could do pre-recorded courses. Would you want to make your own course? Do you want to have your own book? The other things that come through my mind this year is like, I want to bring so much stuff, and there's so many things planned. I literally wrote down so many things, guys. It's outrageous. Like what I want from this year, what I could get out of this year. And it's not like, oh, I want to bring a book for you guys to buy. It's like, I might want to start to write my book this year. I might bring out a book. You don't know. You never know. With me. But it's like, for you guys, what do you want out of this year? Okay, what's that little step you could take? What's that goal you have? We're like, yeah, I'll be happy if I had that. And some people might feel they want something physical, a new car, a new house. You want to wear the Gucci stuff. Like I'm not a Gucci guy, I'm more of a Ralph Lauren guy. So you might be like more Ralph Lauren, or you have the latest iPhones, or you might want to start your own business. You might want to start your own podcast, like I said before, YouTube. That sort of stuff. What do you want to do? And just have a little bit of time. Don't have to spend all day. I only spent, I would say, about 15. I can't remember, about 15 to about 30 minutes. Okay, that's a bit of a broad one. That's because, like me, I like to go back to it and add a few things. And I even think about it now when I'm podcasting you guys, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I want to go on to this thing. So it's just like your goals, you don't have to just write down 5 and then that's it. Or just whatever you write down today, that's just your goal. And I don't add anything more. Like for me, 6 months ago, I started to write down a few of my goals. Okay, 3 months ago, I done a vision board, which is basically you put down a visual representation of what you want. So you write down, let's say I want a car, you want a new car, but be a bit more specific. I want a Range Rover Evoque, which is estimated blah, blah, blah price, which is going to be a factory build, but it's going to have this on there. And then what I do is I get a photograph of that car that I built and I put it on my vision board so I can see it every day and go, that's what I'm working towards. I can see myself in that car. And then you look at, oh, what house do I want? I want this house. You go around, what house? It costs this amount of money. You put down the price tag, you put it on your board. But to you guys, it might be leave your job, okay? And that might be, you make a graphic to whatever you is suitable to yourself, and you might make that graphic and you put it on your board because that's what I'm going towards. I'm leaving my job to go where? And then you map out, I want to go to this point, okay? And that's what you want to do is you want to map it goals. How many hours do you want to work a week? How many hours do you want to work a month? Okay, do you want to work with people who are like you? Do you want to work with people who you don't like? Because if you put it on there, you're going to get that, okay? So it's about attracting the right thing. And this year, it's like, it's not just about things you can get. It's also like, this year, I want to serve people, okay? I want to help you guys who are listening, okay? And I'm so grateful for you guys listening. But so that's one of my goals is I actually want to give something to you guys that can move you forward, okay? And like, I know I podcast a lot and I go, guys, I'm learning this, but I actually want to give you a product or a service that will help you up level or even just begin your journey of young entrepreneurship, because that's what I want to do. That I want to give you that, guys, because I think if stuff I know now, if someone told me that, I'd be like, oh my god, this is so good, okay? And I was like 17 years, I'm like, that I need to learn it now. So the stuff I want to give back to you guys, and I want you to be able to do whatever you want to do. Live a happy life, get the goals that you have set out for this year, and change your life for yourself and for others, because I personally believe you can do that. This year will be the best year yet, for everyone, for you, for me, for the whole world, for your family, your friends, okay, for the customers you serve. It will be the greatest year yet, and I can't wait to move into more of this year. So guys, have a great day, and I look forward to speaking to you all on the second episode of 2021. So guys, have a great one. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, guys. I hope what I've shared with you today has helped you and really inspired you in your young entrepreneurial journey. If this episode did help you today, feel free to tag me in your biggest takeaways, aha moments, and let me know how much you love this by leaving a 5-star review. Or even if you want to share it with like-minded young entrepreneurs who you think might benefit the podcast, feel free to do so. You're thinking, I want to get instant notifications when the new episodes drop. You can hit the subscribe button and you'll get notified when I drop them. Once again, guys, thank you so much for listening. And remember, you are one true young entrepreneur in the making. And I'll speak to you in the next episode.